morning. Again, my name is Doreen Hancock with the City of Houston Public Works and Engineering. Public Works and Engineering is the permit holder for the City of Houston MS4 permit, and I'm going to discuss that in my slideshow presentation. Just out of curiosity, how many have attended this type of seminar before? Okay. For those of you all who have attended this type of seminar before, I'm going to say the same thing that's always been said before. Those of you who are new, you will find something new. Okay, as Steve had mentioned, TCEQ issued the City of Houston a stormwater permit for our MS4. MS4 stands for Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System. That's where the 4 S's come in. Our MS4 permit, which is a Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System, is called Separate Storm Sewer System because you can have some cities or states that combine their sewer system. Both sanitary and storm will go to the treatment facility. Here in the state of Texas, they're separate. The storm sewer goes directly to the bays and the bayous and to Galveston Bay. Our sanitary go to treatment facilities. Now, even though I said that MS4 is a municipal separate storm sewer system, you still may ask, well, what is a municipal separate storm sewer system? It's anything. It's your storm sewers, it's your ditches, it's anything that will carry storm water. When it rains, the rain water has to go somewhere and it's channeled off to one of our collection systems, and it is discharged directly into the bays and the bayous. Okay, what is the reason for a permit, a stormwater permit? It helps prevent pollutants or minimize the impact that pollutants have in our streams, lakes, bayous, wherever you may fish or wherever there may be aquatic life. City of Houston involvement, because we do have a MS4 permit, stormwater permit, we are required to implement programs to ensure that what comes out of our pipe or what leaves the City of Houston's pipe or storm sewer, it will minimize the impact of the state of Texas waterways. And in doing so, we have 8 programs that we have to adhere to in order to come and remain in compliance with our stormwater permit. And one of those programs is to effectively prohibit non-stormwater discharges. Now, because we do prohibit non-stormwater discharges from entering into our sewer systems, that means that because there are going to be some circumstances where there's going to be some type of discharges, we can't allow certain non-stormwater discharges to enter into our storm sewer system, because, as everyone knows, nothing should go into the storm sewer but rainwater. And the reason why nothing should go into the storm sewer but rainwater is that we do not treat our repeat this so that everyone will understand. Everything that enters into our storm sewer system, regardless of whether or not you have a permit, is going to affect our quality of life, our bayous, our streams, our lakes, our rivers. Now, as I stated, now in our ordinance, we have rules in place or offenses in place so that we can enforce our ordinance so we will remain in compliance with our permit. And one of the offense is that you commit an offense if you threaten to introduce, or causes to be introduced anything into our storm sewer system that is not composed entirely of storm water. So in other words, if it threatens, if it's introduced, if you cause it to be introduced, anything other than storm water into our storm sewer system, you have committed an offense. Now, as I stated earlier, there are some stormwater discharges that are allowed. And with some of these non-stormwater discharges, there are certain conditions that you have to be in compliance with in order to discharge those. Some of them may be, say for instance, potable water. It has to be dechlorinated. Or another one that would have to be dechlorinated is the swimming pools. So just because we're saying that you can discharge potable water from a potable source does not necessarily mean that you can just go ahead and discharge it, especially if there's chlorine in it. Now, and because of that, it is still, just because we do allow those non-stormwater discharges, you cannot use that as an offense if it is deemed that it is polluting our storm sewer system. Okay. A couple of years ago, several years ago, I can't remember when, we came up with some best management practices, guidelines, not a permit, but guidelines to help some out when they are dealing with discharges or cleaning and what have you. And this was when these guidelines came out, we used our ordinance as well as our permit to put these guidelines, not a permit, guidelines together. And this was for cosmetic cleaning, and this is the definition of power washing that we address in these guidelines, not a permit, guidelines. And it's self-explanatory. Anything that's used under pressure to remove dirt, oil, grease is considered power washing. Okay. We, in the guidelines, we addressed these four categories of activities. And these are some of the basic steps that are taken from the guidelines. That you inspect the area to be clean, locate the port of entry to the MS4, install inlet protections such as absorbent booms, filter socks, mats, or other products. And during the process, any inlet protection that is observed not to be functioning properly shall be promptly repaired or replaced. This is one of the steps that people most commonly not use. Is that when you lay down your inlet protection, you just go and some just go ahead and start cleaning or doing whatever they need to do their activity, and not come back and check periodically to make sure that that protection is doing what it was designed to do. Yeah. The problem with that is, and it's going to continue on my next slide, and let me go to the other slide, and I'm going to address that, okay? Now, you need to effectively seal the point of entry with all of with the inner protections, so that any chemicals, pollutants, or detergents that are mixed with the storm water or wastewater would not enter into the storm sewer system.